1, 2, 3. Cocks don't pop at all, poppycock cocks do poppy by four. And that's why all the folks on Poppycock keep poppycocks in a jar. But once I met a girl on Poppycock back in the Poppycock Hills, they won't let me back on Poppycock, reckon they never will. Well, Poppycock, you'll always be good old Poppycock, Poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. The earth don't spin at all on Poppycock, flatter than a hot roadkill. And beer don't stick to balls on Poppycock, reckon it never will. Once I met two folks on Poppycock, one bald, the other likes cats. She wild as a rosy, quicker than a satellite, no Poppycock about that. Well, Poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Poppycock, Poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Take it, Trey. Sheep don't like to block on Poppycock, ain't no Poppycock pins. You might just find yourself on Poppycock, waking with a Poppycock kin. And Poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Poppycock, Poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Why so freaking early? Poppycock, you and me.
And when I say, oh, I mean, holy shit. Oh, dear, what a morning. Okay, it's all gone nutty again. We're going to try this. You don't even know. You don't even... Amateur hour. Oh, my God. Okay, there's been so much wildness going on. Oh, come on. No, don't do that. All right, let's try it again. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Okay. Oh dear, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I will try to explain as best I can. So we had okay, Rose put up the link in StreamYard, and so I was there, and then just like 1 minute before we were about to go live, I think what I understood is that her cat jumped on the. I don't quite know. Anyway, she was trying to get in there to talk to me, and apparently it deleted that, and so I was scrambling trying to figure out how to do this, and so I loaded up OBS, which is what I use for the backup to do it from my thing. And now I can't seem to raise her on Skype to bring her into the show. I don't know what's going on. I'm so... Oh, dear. Well, dear. It's exciting. There's that. Let's see if I can get it going again here. Let's... All right. Oh dear. Well, that's not working out. There's something. All right. So, Rose, if you're out there, hit me up on Skype. Okay. That's probably the best way to do it because I still don't see a way to do it from StreamYard. There's nothing there to make that happen. So anyway, oh dear, it's a mess. Well, it's not the only thing that's a mess. Let's see. I'll just dance here until I can see if I can get her on Skype. Standing by, waiting for. Okay. I'm gonna keep that open. So here's let's see. Here's what happened last week. Well, over the weekend. I don't know. Okay, we'll back up here. So I did have a rant prepared. I was hoping Rose would be here for this, but I don't know what's happening. I still don't see her on Skype. It doesn't say she's not available, and I don't know why. Rose, get to Skype. Help. All right. So when I logged in to YouTube to listen to something yesterday, I got a notice that one of the Cocky Pop reports had been taken down. And for medical misinformation, I think they said. Let's see if I can find that, because it's pretty exciting. Let's see here. I'll bring this up. All right. So they reviewed content and decided that last Tuesday's Cocky Pop report, no, not Tuesday's, God, from way back on the 7th of March, so not last Tuesday. So way back in the 7th of March, they decided that they needed to pull that down for medical misinformation, saying that you can't, let's see, we don't allow claims about COVID-19 vaccinations that contradict expert consensus from local health authorities or the World Health Organization. You see, the problem with that, my friends, is that they don't even have a consistent story. So how in the fuck are we going to tell a consistent story when you can't? So basically, we're supposed to tell whatever story you say is right in the moment, even though your own stories are bullshit. Let me follow up a little bit more. Everybody has seen on Facebook that if you say anything about, jabs, whatever, that they're going to say you can't say it's not safe and effective. We say it's safe and effective. All right. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's look at safe. Johnson & Johnson vaccine should be paused in the U.S. after extremely rare blood clots, so not necessarily safe. Also, Dr. Fauci says you can get COVID after your vaccine, so not necessarily effective either. So let me back up one more. You fucksticks at Google, just showing who you are, your tyrannical bullshit ways. You might as well be Nazis because, you see, there's a thing called informed consent, fuckheads. And if there's no information, there's no consent. And so if you only allow one bit of information, that's a fucking lie. So fuck you, all of you at Google and YouTube. You can suck my hairy nuts. How about that? Okay. You can come to my house. You can end with your stupid corporate bullshit. You can come to my house and let's talk. Because you're a bunch of fucking asshole bastards. You're lying to people, continuously and overtly lying. And we've had enough of your bullshit. Yeah, you'll pull my channel. I don't really give a fuck. We'll find other ways to communicate with truth. Because here's the thing. You see, when you tell a lie, you can't keep that lie up. Ask the astronauts. Can you see stars? Oh, yeah, you can see the Magellanic Cloud. You could see all kinds of shit. No, we couldn't ever see stars in space. That's the problem with lies. You see, they're lies. All right. I'm done now. Fuck you fucking fuckers. Oh, dear. And so I'm all alone this morning. I haven't heard from Karen B. I haven't heard from Rose. I'm all by myself, except for you guys. But I love you guys. I think Rose, I don't know. I got conflicting messages, so I don't know if she's unable to join or I don't know what's going on. So we'll just throw some more poppycock at you. How about that? Because there's plenty of it out there. All right, so here we go. Oh, here's more lies. Fact-checking unproven claims that rapper DMX suffered a heart attack after getting the COVID-19 vaccine. So let me get this straight. He did get a vaccine. He did have a heart attack, and then he died. So what? You're going to argue against the timeline now? You're going to say that You have a time machine? You're going to fix that? Because, yeah. How about this one? Snopes, is the COVID-19 vaccine called luciferase? Oh, no, of course not. Except for we've already seen, we've already seen the, we've already seen the paperwork, you see. That's the problem with lies. They're lies, liars. All right. Japan says they're going to release Fukushima-treated radioactive water into the sea because that's good for you. Now, again, I don't really buy the radioactive story that they tell, but again, they're trying to, keep everybody in fear. Here's the thing. We're just not afraid. You see, the problem is that we're not afraid of you. Ooh, what are you going to do with that? I guess my coffee is getting to me here. But I'm glad that the solar return happened when it did, because had it happened during this, I would have probably not made it. The TSA lines at SeaTac Airport, which is where I'm at in Seattle, extended all the way out into the parking garage, which is about 3/4 of a mile between the TSA station and the parking lot across the Sky Bridge, about 3/4 of a mile. So it was taking people about 2 hours, between an hour and 45 and 2 hours, to get from the parking garage to their gate. And they're telling people, get used to it. That's the one thing I've certainly seen throughout this entire thing, is that mostly they're just trying to create inconvenience. Again, I'll come back to this. The mainstream narrative is now so preposterous and so ridiculous that it contravenes what we see around us. Oh, the emergency rooms are over. Oh, the people are just dropping dead everywhere. Except for if you go to the ER, there's nobody there, and they're not even wearing masks. I mean, they are at the admission desk, of course, and they'll kick you out if you don't, have something that they absolutely have to treat. But when you go to the back, no, there's nobody there. There's nobody. It's not overfull. In fact, people that I know that work in the medical industry are saying that they're getting furloughed. They're being sent home with pay, but they're being sent home because there's nothing to do. Yes, we were told that people were just, the early images, people dropping dead in the street, bleeding from their orifices of every kind. Nobody has seen that. And so when what you see around you contravenes what they're telling you is happening, somebody's lying. And they're saying, don't believe your lying eyes. And once again, I say, fuck the fucking fuckers. Fuck you. All right. I do have a Florida man for today, but how about this? Amorous alligators putting Florida on alert as mating season begins because, alligators humping everywhere. It's mayhem. You can't go anywhere without bumping into an alligator who's ready to hump your leg. So we got that going for us, which is nice. That's good stuff. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. There's foul cheese again. There's more embezzlement. Let's see. And I'll just kind of run through this real quick. So we have former something embezzlement. We have former something embezzlement. Former something embezzlement. X something embezzlement. Yeah. Okay. You can tell I'm still a little irritated. Here's your real Florida man for today. Florida man, a motorized scooter exposes himself to shoppers at Walmart, according to police. So you got Florida man, you got a motorized scooter, and you got Walmart. So you got going. Yeah, mass shooting surge, right? You got that. Good call. Here's something that you have to be on the lookout for is neopronouns. Now, I know you're asking, what the hell are neopronouns? Well, of course, pronouns are a person, place or thing. Who, a noun, right? Person, place or thing. A pronoun is a person. Who, what, you, they, designates who. But now you've got neopronouns, a made-up word to serve as a pronoun without expressing gender, like ze and zer. Okay. So mental illness much? Okay, and then you can use a pre-existing word to say like bun self, and kitten self. So I guess I'm bald and bald self. Oh, dear. So let's just make it all retarded, right? The world doesn't make any sense because they keep making it not make any sense. So sure, let's just engage in that. And if you weren't scared enough, here's how to survive a killer asteroid. Basically, the point of this article is you can't. It's going to kill you. So there you go. So just if you didn't know, there's an asteroid coming and it's going to kill you. That's what you need. That's what you need to get from this article. So how about that? Good stuff. Yeah, we got that. Okay, so I was going to comment on this, but I'm cautious about it because, again, we go on both sides of the story about the way police treat people, and of course we know that we live in a militarized police state. It's tyranny, and yet then they flip that narrative on its head to legitimize, quote, mostly peaceful protests. So we have that going, which is nice. It's pretty exciting. So at every turn, let's see. At every turn, the narrative gets flipped over, right? So you just don't know what to think. If you believe what they tell you, that's the problem, is that many people do. And so you wonder why they're running around not knowing what to think and saying really ridiculous stuff. It's because they listen to and believe what they're told. When you listen to and believe what liars and crazy people say, guess what? You're going to be crazy. Hate to tell you. Come and get me, Google. Come on. Come and get me. You don't like the truth? Yeah, come and get me. I gotta admit that the whole thing with that Rose suddenly disappeared, it shook me up, and so I'm not at my best. We heard over the weekend that Jay-Z and Beyonce bought DMX Masters, and we're going to give it to his 17 kids or something. I don't even know, but they said that's not true, so I don't know what to do with that one. Paula Abdul, I don't even think I want to touch that one. Let's take a look here at CNN and see what. Okay, police can pull you over for having an air freshener in your car. Because. Oh, yeah, okay. Here's one I was going to point out. One of the worst things that I saw when I was looking through the news. I live in Seattle, and I didn't know this. They changed the name of the major sports arena here from the indoor, what was the basketball arena, so not the football stadium, but this would be the basketball one. It used to be called Key Arena, and now they've changed it to Climate Pledge Arena. Oh, dear. I don't even know what to make of that. It's called Climate Pledge Arena, and if you want a way to just throw it out there and make nonsense real. Oh, here's another good one. I had forgotten about this one. Remember this kid? I'm surprised if you do. David Hogg, he was at the Florida school shooting, and just he suddenly, his dad's an FBI agent. He had appeared in several other videos about as a crisis thespian on several other occasions. And then we're supposed to believe that suddenly he was, riding his bike to the school after he'd already graduated 2 years prior. All the stuff you're supposed to believe. Well, 2 months ago, in February, he came out and he came out hot. He was going to compete with MyPillow because the MyPillow guy, as you know, was a big supporter of the orange one. And so because he's a lefty, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to make a way better pillow, a progressive pillow. I'm gonna kick your ass with the pillow. It's a pillow fight. That was 2 months ago. And boy, did he talk big. Mm-hmm. Now, less than 2 months later, he's resigned. He can't keep up with a pillow because, he needs to devote himself to his studies and to, his gun control activism. He's still into that. So there he was riding his bike to the pillow fighting factory. Oh dear. Liberal activists should start businesses, according to the Powell Tribune. Well, it didn't work out well. You remember when they were going to make a liberal radio network to compete with oh dear, to compete with the guy who's now dead, who had died before, Jim Morrison. I mean, you know the guy, because they like to play different roles. Yeah. So, a pillow mogul who forgot that. Oh dear. So, all sorts of good stuff there. We have that going, which is nice. So, let's see what else we got going on here. Climate pledge. Oh, we had somebody ask. We had somebody ask about seeing masks with squiggly things in it. So I'll use this because it's not in English, but this is a piece of material that was taken from one of the masks. It does not appear to be organic. I've seen a couple of tests done on it. It does not appear to be organic, but it does behave in very strange ways when exposed to moisture and a little bit of heat, just like somebody's exhaling breath. Behaves in very, very odd ways, and a number of people have posted videos of this. This is unusual, certainly. Don't quite know what to make of that. So it seems to behave in a manner uncharacteristic of inorganic compounds, but it does not appear to be. Again, several tests. Morgellons is the thought. Some of the tests that I've seen did not indicate that there was organic material in it, but again, who knows what's actually happening here? It's a very unusual situation, but certainly there's evidence of heinous fuckery, most foul, going on. So we've got that going, which is nice. Tell you what, if you want to give me a ring dong dutchie, I won't be able to answer. But what I'll do is I'll call you right back because Skype is just totally screwed. So that's how that works. I don't. It's been a wild morning, as you can tell. So if you want to give me a call, it's 206-734-4325. I will try to catch your call when it comes in. Probably won't be able to. I'll probably have to just call you right back because that's the way it seems to work. There's some weirdness with my Skype line. I have no idea why. So we're going to try this again. Close that. Standing by here. If anybody gives me a call, I'll try to answer, and we'll try to get you going, and we'll chat about what's going on. Otherwise, I'll just shake my damn head. Try to answer questions in the chat since nobody can join me this morning. I don't know whether it's technical issues. I don't know if the cat attacked her in her sleep. I saw her for a minute, and she said, "Don't start without me." And I was like, "Oops, I just started because I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm so confused. Oh, dear." So 206-734-4325. Try calling. If that doesn't work, well, I'll play some funny videos. We'll talk about this weekend. So had Chief Crow of the Flat Earthworms on Unintended Consequences on Saturday, and he had sort of warned me that he was uncomfortable just talking, right? He wanted to kind of keep it mostly about music, and it became pretty clear pretty quick that he wasn't going to just talk to me. We had to stick with music. So we did that. It was fun. And I did have a good time, but I think the reviews were sort of evenly split between what the hell was that? And oh, that was awesome. So I think it depends on how much drugs you do. I don't know. So we got that going, which is nice. So let's see here. Nobody's calling. 206-734-4325. I don't have much luck with the Ring Dong Dutchie. Can't get, and I don't know if that's just a result of Skype. It may or may not ring. Who knows, right? I know everybody's laughing like this is a disaster, but mostly a result of, I don't know, YouTube and Skype. The universe is against us. Who knows? I'm not taking it personally. I don't. Hey, look at that. We got a call. Let's see if I can pick it up. All right. So, hello. Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you there? Oh, dear. Okay. So, it says I missed the call. I'm going to try to call you right back. Let's try this. Let's see what we got. Let's see if it works.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. This is the Gray Baldini. Who's this?
This is Kevlar.
Hey, Kevlar. How you doing? You got
pretty good, sir. How are you?
Good. You got a giant. Your sack is huge. You called me to save the day.
Well, I see that you're on your own, and why not give them a call?
I appreciate it. All right. So, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
I want to say more of the same with everybody else. Just watching the world kind of crumble and saying, "What the heck?"
Yeah, exactly. Right. What the hell? Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
it's odd. But I do got to say, I enjoy the Poppycock. Try to tune in all that whenever I can.
I appreciate it.
That I don't know what is going on. It's such a broad question.
Isn't that a profound question these days? Right. It is kind of a profound question. Like, what is going on? All right. So, Kevlar, remind me, what part of the country are you from?
I'm from Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's an interesting part of the country these days.
Oh yeah, apparently we're spiking in COVID cases, but I don't see any difference out there at all.
Okay,
Couldn't tell you a difference between 2 months ago to now.
Okay, so now what's the all right? So what's up with Whitmer, right? So I've seen these news reports, right? So first she was the darling of the left and hated by the right because she acted like a tyrant. I think we can all agree about that. And now she's being reviled by the hard left because she's saying, "Oh, we're just going to let people choose whether to get the jab or not." What's going on there?
Who knows with her? She's not one of my favorites. She looks like Bruce Jenner. I mean,
Bruce Jenner doesn't even look like Bruce Jenner. What are you talking about?
Excuse me. I meant Bruce Gender.
Yeah, right. Me. Exactly. Bruised gender. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah, right. No, I try not to watch mainstream news. I mean, I get my input from, I guess, you guys and whatever kind of scrolls across YouTube. But I pay no mind to her.
Yep.
I just want to be left alone and try to live. My recommendation, everybody, is just shut off the TV, go outside and smile, look at the sun,
Oh, be careful, Kevlar, because if you say, hey, turn off the TV.
They're going to say stare at the sun. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and they're going to say, oh, don't do that, right? How else are we going to hypnotize and control people? If that's a medical misinformation, my friend, if you tell people to turn off the TV.
Okay, I don't care I don't care what you do, but my recommendation is go outside, enjoy some nature, and just try to remember that we're, I don't know, mammals, humans, spiritual beings. We're here for the ride. Just enjoy it.
That's the most dangerous shit I've heard all week, my friend. Yeah, that is some dangerous, subversive shit right there. Is that you might actually be a living person who is should connect to the nature around you? Holy shit, dude! What do we get? No, man, you can't say any of that stuff.
We cannot do that. Do not do that. Just stay hunkered down. Turn on that TV, DVR it, rewatch all those newscasts. Just woo, be afraid.
Absolutely. In fact, I fully recommend look up NASA and just start getting scared about the coming asteroid now, right? Because
There's always one coming
Oh,
next week, I think.
Absolutely. Almost every day now, there's one coming in close proximity. So you might as well just get scared now.
It was just a near miss. Ooh.
Yeah, it'll eventually hit you. If you wait long enough, it'll eventually get you. So
Took out all them dinosaurs.
that's right. In fact, that's how this article begins. Right, is the impact that wiped out the dinosaurs would probably have killed you too, unless you were in exactly the right spot and had exactly the right plan. That's how this article begins from Wired magazine about trying to survive the killer asteroid. So
Total fear porn.
absolutely, there's no way out. There's no way out. It's science. It's science. I swear to God, it's science.
This one didn't get you, but there's gonna be one. It's coming.
It's coming, right?
Yeah.
Well, you barely missed this one, but the next one for sure. The next one for sure.
Well, listen, Mr. Weldy, I'm going to tear back into work here. I'm working, listening,
All right.
but I wanted to give you a call. It's nice to hear your voice, sir.
Hey,
we never
man.
chatted.
Great.
You're awesome.
Great talking
Everything
to you.
you do.
Great talking to you, my friend. It's great to hear your voice. Have a great day. Enjoy that 4-letter word called work. And I'll tell you what, we'll just open it back up here. If anybody else wants to call in and tell me what's on their mind, I'm glad to hear it. You're saving me. Or if Karen, if you're around, do I see you? Yeah. Okay. No, I'll hang on. We'll do this here. Hey, good morning, friend. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I love you, Karen. You're like, oh my God, are you solo? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Nobody should let Baldini have the con by himself. That's just wrong. All right. So, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good.
Go.
What do you got going on in your garden? Are you starting your garden?
I am starting my garden, and I also started a chicken coop. So I was out there with chickens this morning.
I love chickens. I used to, you know what's weird? When I was a kid, I was kind of afraid of chickens because they would kind of chase me around, and I'd be like, "What? Oh dear!" A little kid, right? Like I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. They would. My grandparents had all kinds of animals, and so I would be chased by the chickens. They scared me. But now when I go out to visit Ceiling Fan Man, his chickens are pretty cool.
Yeah. These chickens, I got a few chickens from Jack and Carolyn, and they're already used to people, so they're pretty cool chickens as well. And then I got 4 chicks that we're raising. So.
Oh, I love chicks.
Because my daughter's been really good about picking them up every now and then and getting them used to being handled.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, they'll be definitely used to people then, for sure. Let's see. Let's see if I can find this. I saw a great video. Let's see if I can find it. What about chickens? Yes, this is awesome. So I'll show you this. There's nothing better. I'm sure you've already seen it. Have you seen the Chicken Army?
Yes. I posted that on my wall.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love the Chicken Army. I want one.
That, my friends, is beautiful. That's a Chicken Army. The one thing about that, though, that I noticed is that people are, we call them sheep, but they acted much like those chickens, which is they didn't know what the hell was going on. Just, hey, somebody's going that way. We're all running that way. Time to go. Woohoo! Everybody's getting the jab. Woohoo! We need that. We need that. So as much as I enjoy the Chicken Army, it is a little bit frightening to think that people behave in a manner very similar to the chickens.
Yeah. Well, they're actually kind of worse than the chickens.
In fact, they are, because you give them a little bit of you give them a little bit of information, a couple of extra brain cells, and it's even worse because then they think they know what's up. Dunning-Kruger kicks in. Yeah.
I think a chicken would fight harder for its life.
You
at this
think?
Yeah,
I agree.
pretty sure.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if I'll jump over here and share this with you. I'm continuing to look for Poppycock based on what we're talking about. Of course, Fauci fatigue sets in as top doc sows doubt in vaccine effectiveness. Well, I mean, in a way, I can't catch multiple calls while I'm on a Skype line. I apologize for that. I did say call, and then I picked up the line with Karen, and so now I can't pick up another call because I'm dumb.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's you don't be sorry. It just is what it is. We'll trying to get it all work out. That's the way. That's the way this is. I got a message from somebody, unknown person. So sorry. I'll listen to your message later. I'm sorry. It's been a wild and wacky morning, full of poppycock. If you if you joined us late, just like we were like 30 seconds to dropping the show, and it was about to start, and I'm backstage in StreamYard, and then I said I hadn't heard, I didn't see anything from Rose, and so then she showed up in the chat and said, "Hey, can you see me? I'm trying to get a hold of you." I'm like, "What?" And so so she was hitting me up on Facebook Messenger. So I swapped over to Facebook Messenger, and she said, and then it's all kind of broken up, and I'm like, what? And something about a cat. And then I was like, what? And then the StreamYard event disappeared. And so I couldn't launch the show right at 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh no, now what's happening? Right. So then I scramble to get over to OBS so I can launch the show. And then she's like, don't start without me. I'm like, oh crap, I just started the show. And then I got one more couple of glitch things. And then, so I don't know what exactly, I don't know if it's I don't know what's happening. And so, so I'm sure we'll talk later, and she'll say, this is what happened. But in the interim, I was left on my own going, I don't know what happened. And so here we are. And then of course, Karen B, as usual, saved me because she does that. Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I love how you're just on it all the time. You're just like, yeah, I do that. I save people. So give me your thoughts on Sunday's stream with Chief Crow. I've had mixed reviews.
Well, I liked it, but I like that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, that's the kind of music that I used to listen to. I used to listen to trippy, sort of psychedelic,
Trip hop, yeah,
jam style type music.
Uh-huh.
I was into that, so for me, I liked it.
Yeah, no, it was certainly fun for me, despite the fact that it went a little left of where I had anticipated. We talked about doing a combination of. Are you there? Did I lose you? Oh dear. Okay, so I see what happened. Somebody else was trying to call in, and that's what dropped. But yeah, so we had talked about doing a little bit of interview and then a little bit of music stuff, and I think he was just like very uncomfortable with the interview portion, so we just went straight into music. And so, I'm cool with that. I had a great deal of fun doing that portion. But for those who aren't quite hip to what was required to do that, it was done through Skype. And there's just by the nature of science, right, because of distances involved, you can't, unless you're in the same room with somebody, there's a delay that occurs that makes it almost impossible to do music in real time. And this has been the bane of most musicians, especially during this these lockdowns and all this garbage that they put us through. It makes it very difficult to accomplish. And so most of the things that you see in terms of virtual concerts really aren't done live. They're everybody plays to a track, and then it all kind of is put back together. And so it's virtually live is what they call it. So it makes it appear as though it's happening live, but it's not.
Oh, I saw them do a live performance with the Bare Naked Ladies and Space.
Yeah.
SS.
Yeah, and they said, there's supposed to be, a 15-second, 17-second delay there. Yeah, but no problem with that. I guess we don't have the NASA technology. That's what we need is, we didn't shoot it with satellite. That's the problem. Damn it. That's what we did wrong. We didn't do it through a satellite. So anyway, the technical aspects of that were that we had to kind of figure out a way to make it work such that we could just sort of noodle around and do that. And it went surprisingly well, I think, given what we had to work with. In fact, I've never seen it done live like that before because of the challenges involved. And so we had a good time. And of course, Chief Crow is, he's one of those super creatives, which is one of the things I love about him, right? And but when you're super creative, you're going to throw all sorts of stuff up against the wall, and sometimes some of it sticks, and sometimes some of it doesn't stick as well. And so it's a mixed bag. I loved it, frankly. I had a big time doing it. I got some reports of people like, "What the hell was that?" I'm like, you don't have to like it. It's okay. But I did. I had a big time, and I love Chief Crow. He's a great kid, super talented. We talked afterwards about doing some pop-up shows, just trying to find some time to get together. He's in the Pacific Northwest. He's a little, south of Portland. I'm not going to give away exactly where he is by his request, but we talked about just trying to put together a time and place to get together and just show up and do some stuff. I think between the solar return and doing what we did on Sunday, it's proof of concept that we don't really need a lot of rehearsal time. We can just kind of get together and sort of make it happen. So look for that coming soon because I think that'll be a lot of fun and interesting. And we talked, of course, about streaming that. At least he and I would be in the same space, and so you'd get a little something a bit more cohesive, I think. But what's one of the things that certainly has come about as the result of all this nonsense going and poppycock going on around us is that we kind of know who each other are now. That's one of the benefits of this. You can tell who the other normal people are because they don't have a diaper on their face.
Right.
Oh, dear. Oh, my goodness. So here's my question for you, Karen. What's the weirdest thing you've seen this week?
The weirdest thing I've seen this week?
Yep, this week.
I don't know.
You don't know? It's just all too weird?
Yeah, can't think of anything particularly weird. Everything's weird. We live in the freaking Twilight Zone, man.
It is. It is absolutely.
Where there's a freaking zombie shot that people can go get and become like weird genetically modified zombies and never be the same again, possibly die, and they're all waiting in line to get it. So
that's
I
weird.
don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you with that, and beyond that, then again, they want to shame other people into not becoming a guinea pig with unknown effects from provided by companies who are right now in the midst of multi-billion-dollar censorship or being censored because of their illegal, unethical, and immoral behavior. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what to make of it. I think that was one of the weirdest things that occurred for me was waking up to YouTube saying we've removed one of your videos because we say it's safe and effective, and yet the news today says it's neither safe nor effective. Oh dear. Nearly 40% of Marines have declined COVID-19 vaccine. Lawmakers are seeking to make it mandatory. But that's a conspiracy theory, right? We have said from the beginning, there's going to be a passport, a vax passport. Oh, you crazy conspiracy theorist. Oh, you crazy conspiracy theorist. You're against the thing that we said. You guys are going to try to make it mandatory. They would never do that. Hey, you guys need this thing, so we're going to make it mandatory. I think the people who are, if we were playing, I have long joked that when it comes to meteorologists, I sure would like to be able to be as wrong as they were, as consistent as they were, and get to keep a job. Right? They've never been able to tell you what is coming in the weather. They tell you what happened, and that's accurate. Hey, it rained today. Okay, I guess you were right. And tomorrow it's whatever they say, it's not going to be that. So they get to do that. In the same way, it would be the only people who have accurately predicted what is coming are those of us in the truth community who have been dispelled as crazy conspiracy theorists for a number of years. We're the only ones who have gotten it right, and boy, have we knocked it out of the park with what is coming. And yet they keep saying that we're the crazy conspiracy theorists, and yet we keep getting proven right. I mean, I'm looking for new conspiracies because so far, it turns out they're not really conspiracy theories; they're accurate. Thank you, Candace, and yes, FTFF, absolutely.
Yep.
So I can tell you with 100% certainty, they're not sticking that shit in me under any circumstances. And
Nope.
you can take that to the bank. Fuck the fucking fuckers. I'm not telling anybody else what to do. YouTube, you can stick it right up your ass. I'm not telling anybody else what to do. But I'm telling you, under no circumstances are you sticking that shit in me ever.
Agreed.
So we got that going, which is nice. So you're going to try to make it mandatory. You and me are going to go round and round and round and round, because no, it's not ever going to happen. So anyway, I got got that going. I am unless you can, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm kind of full of piss and vinegar this morning. Frustrated with the electronic bullshit. This is not the first time that we've had problems here with getting our connection going in the morning, and then to see all the stuff that. Hey Brian, thank you. Globies are hung like mosquitoes. Yes. I was gonna say hung like a hamster, but I'll go with hung like a mosquito. That's pretty good. Bug fuckers. Bug fuckers. Oh dear. Acting Anchorage mayor lifts limits on outdoor gatherings and sets 70% vaccine target to relax. So, and so, yeah, if you do the thing, if you become a guinea pig, you get some of those quote freedoms back. Let me tell you again, if they can take it away, it's not freedom. One more time for those in the back. If they can take it away, it's not freedom.
Right.
It's a lie. So just want to point that out, that the lying liars lie. Are we unclear on that? Lying liars lie. And they're going to continue to do that. And when they do everything they can to shut you up and say, you can't say that, then they're protecting the lie. And I don't think that, any adult thinking person would say anything different than that. Except for, it seems about 95% of the people out there believe something different than that, and they're willing to accept the narrative provided by people who are proven liars. So that may be the weirdest thing I've seen this week, because it just keeps going week after week after week. 55 weeks now into 2 weeks of flattening the curve. Oh my God. I'm still, every time I think about it, it's stunned. I'm in stunned silence at the nonsense around us that we are expected to believe and to accept, and that people do, and the way they behave. I saw a tweet this morning. So in the UK, apparently they are opening up the pubs again. And when we say open, we mean, if you stand outside, pay cash, wear a mask, don't come inside. That's not really open. That's like a place to get an overpriced warm beer. You might as well just stay at home. All right. Anyway, so I saw a tweet that somebody in the UK, and I don't really follow them, but a few people that I don't tweet very much. I'm not really a big Twitterer. I'm not a twit. That's why. Anyway, dear. So somebody who is a person that I guess several people that I know follow, so like, you get the recommended tweet or whatever. And apparently she's been kind of a anti-lockdown person. So there's that context. And she tweeted this morning about how her 14-year-old daughter was shoved by some middle-aged guy, who shoved her out of the way so he could get on the bus. And then the bus drove away, leaving the 14-year-old daughter standing there on the street alone. Pretty rude behavior, right? Well, that rude behavior is nothing compared to some of the responses from people who going, yeah, you shouldn't have been at the pub. Oh, you should, yeah, you with your and your crazy anti-lockdown nonsense. So what, you with your crazy lockdown nonsense? Is that what we're supposed to take out of this? The absolute horrific behavior of people in response to that was just incomprehensible to me. The way people have begun to behave in this world is remarkable. I mean, I thought it was bad before. It is, I don't know what's wrong with people. I mean, I do, but I don't want to accept it. I think there's a part of me that still doesn't want to accept it's as bad as it is, but it is.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it is as bad as it is because that's why we're in this mess.
Yep. And this is why, again, I can't take it anymore. This is why I'm looking to, again, you guys, you troller coasters say what you want, right? Oh, you're starting the cult. I don't give a fuck what you think. You're not doing anything. You can stick it up your ass. So yeah, poppy cult, whatever. We just want to be together with people with their heads screwed on straight, and most of them don't have their heads screwed on straight. And I want to spend time with people who got their shit together. All right. You know what? We'll call it consolidated feces because we've got our shit together. I came up with that when I was about 7 years old. I told my dad I was going to start a business called Consolidated Feces because we got our shit together. And he almost wrecked the car laughing. That's a true story. It actually happened. He thought I was a funny kid. And I was. I still am a funny kid. But I'm very interested in getting together with like-minded individuals. I've said this before. We're going to move forward with this. In fact, I have given some consideration actually to taking a week or two off of some streams just to focus on trying to put all this together. I'm just so overwhelmed with everything, trying to get caught up. But I don't want to leave you guys. And so, I don't know, I'm just trying to scramble everything here to make it work. But I think at this point, it becomes more and more urgent that we do something. And at this point, again, I have to say that doing nothing is exactly what's gotten us into this mess. We sit here and we watch it, we talk about it, but unless and until we do something about it, it's only going to change for the worse. They're going to just surround us, and then we're going to be wishing to fuck we had done something. And I can't, in good conscience, allow that to occur on my watch. So as for me and my house, again, I'm moving forward with packing up as quickly as possible, wrapping up those things that I said at the first of the year were going to be necessary to do to get out of here. And we're continuing on that. We're now 55-60% of the way there. And so we're actually pretty close to on schedule, not as far as I'd like to be, certainly, because I just wish I could snap my fingers and have it done. But it just doesn't work that way. And so I'm trying as best I can to move forward with that. But what I have really enjoyed seeing is the amount of response I've gotten from you guys, people who are interested in it and going, hey, what do we got to do to join up? I'm like, just keep talking to me, right? Right now, that's the best thing is keep talking to me. Let's get to know each other. My take on it is that there will be, and there should be many of these all over the place, not just one, not just, where I am, because I can only be in one place. And it's not really about me. I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about you and about us, right? It's about us, right? I'm just one guy. I'm just a guy. And I don't have all the skills to do this. I mean, I have, I'm bright and quick to learn and eager and ready to put myself out there. But I don't know all the stuff to do. And I don't know that any of us know all the things to do, but I'm getting plenty of emails and communications from people who know some of it, or just like me, who are willing to learn and who are willing to put the effort into it. So rock on, right? I'm loving you guys. But I also understand that we're all a little bit different, right? And so there's going to be some people who vibe better with certain people than with others. And that's great. That's fine. It doesn't mean that one's better than the other. There's just, we're a little bit different, right? It doesn't have to be cliques or anything like that. But I don't think it would be appropriate. I think it would be too difficult to manage if 500 people all showed up in one place and tried to start a thing. I mean, it'd be easier to start it, but it would probably fall down more quickly. I think it's going to be better in small groups, putting their efforts together.
I agree.
I think that's just going to be the way it works. And it also makes us more difficult to stop, right? If we're spread out. Because if you put all the eggs in one basket, all they got to do is just come grab the basket, right? But if we continue to move forward and spread out, they can't stop it, right? They cannot stop an idea. And this has been proven throughout history. Whatever they've done to history to tell us lies, one thing I know for sure is that truth cannot be stopped, right? And people with an idea and ideals and ethics, they can't be stopped. You can't, with tyranny, crush the spirit of mankind. And so I say, fuck the fucking fuckers. Anyway, those of you who have asked questions, how do we do this, right? I think my first response is always, fuck, I don't know. I mean, if I knew, it'd already be done, right? But I know for us, it was going to take us some time and effort to move from where we are to someplace else and to understand what's going to be necessary to do that. So we began. And so the next thing was just to talk about it. So I would say for you, determine for yourself, what does it take for you to do that, right? And so begin your steps right now. And do whatever you think is necessary to extricate yourself from the matrix so that you can join this. Not everybody can right away, I understand, and not everybody is willing to. I get that. It's okay, and I'm not going to diss on those of you who are unable right now to do it. I got a message from somebody this week who said they told me their situation. It was very candid and heartfelt, and they're not able to right now, but they're preparing for it. They got a family, right? Mid-30s, right? 3 kids, professional situation, and they're in a difficult spot, but they're moving forward, right? They have the right idea in mind, and they're moving forward. They can't just flip a switch and do it. Neither could I, right? But we're all moving in that direction, and so I support that. I strongly encourage that, and I have from the beginning, right? Draw your line in the sand, determine what your threshold is, and guard it. Right. And so, and if for you, it is something like this to join up and tribe up with other like-minded people, figure out what you need to get going with that, and let's do it. Right. It is going to take some, of course, some finances and resources. I'm trying to save and do that. I would suggest you do that as well. I can't fund it, but neither am I asking for everybody else to fund mine either. Right. We're all just going to pitch in and do what we can. And so that's what groups do. Right. That's what communities do. We're going to take care of each other. And so if you want in with that, reach out. You can certainly send me an email, unintended.consequences3@gmail.com. That's unintended.consequences3@gmail.com. Reach out to me and say, hey, I'd like in on this thing. What do I do? And I'll just say, hey, I'm going to put you in a pile, and so we're going to dogpile, but later, probably at the end of this month, early next month, I'm going to start a YouTube like community thing on my channel, and it's going to, it'll cost a little money. Don't worry about it. We'll figure that out. I'm not trying to take your money right now. I just need a way to keep the unwanteds out, right? So that they don't feel the need to come in and try to break up the party. So anyway. We're here at the top of the hour. Karen, any last words, thoughts that you want to share?
No. Well, I would just say that for anybody who's looking to do what you're talking about, it can be difficult and overwhelming, but just I would say start with like 1 or 2 small things in the beginning, and you'll find that if you just change a couple small things, that over time you'll build that up, and you'll find that you're working and making progress to where you want to be. Also, another thing you guys can try to do that works for a lot of people is making a vision board. Make a vision board and see like what it is you want to be. Make a board what your goals are, and then hang it up, and you'll always be focusing on it. You'll always be putting like that intent towards it. And that will help too. So
Outstanding.
Just throwing that out there.
No, I appreciate that. I have begun making a list of things that need to be done and that sort of stuff. And, my wife and I have been talking about some of these aspects for quite a while. I've been talking to several other people. There's a very small, closed Facebook community as well that kind of looking at some of the stuff and the things that are necessary. I know one of the people in our community, Dottie, she's got a gardening page. I think that's certainly one thing that's necessary we're going to have to feed ourselves, right? So the food is going to be important. So in learning these skills, right? So collect everything you can in terms of books, like physical copies of books. Learn all the skills that you can. Watch videos. Try to get some resources. Everybody grab the resources that you can so that we can do this because it's going to be necessary. Because it looks like, again, they're not going to stop, and so neither should we. I'm certainly not giving up. Fuck the fucking fuckers. And so with that, I think that we'll put a cap on this very, very weird program today. Shout out to Rose 777. I hope everything is okay there. Send me a message when everything calms back down. We'll figure it out because it all went left again. I don't even know what happened. So anyway, that's how we roll here. It's our amateur hour. We're just kids in the hall, I guess. But we're trying to make it all work and spend time with you guys. That's the most important thing to me, is just to spend time together, get to know each other, and move forward. That's the important part. Love you guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.
1, 2, 3. Cocks don't pop at all, Poppycock cocks do poppy by far. And that's why all the folks on Poppycock keep poppycocks in a jar. But once I met a girl on Poppycock back in the Poppycock Hills, they won't let me back on Poppycock, reckon they never will. Well, Poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Poppycock, Poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. The earth don't spin at all on Poppycock, flatter than a hot roadkill. And beer don't stick to balls on Poppycock, reckon it never will. Once I met two folks on Poppycock, one bald, the other likes cats. She wild as a rosy, quicker than a satellite, no Poppycock about that. Well, Poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Poppycock, Poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Take it, Trey. Like to block on Poppycock, ain't no Poppycock pins. You might just find yourself on Poppycock, waking with a Poppycock kin. And Poppycock, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Poppycock, Poppycock, you and me, Rose and Baldini. Why so freaking early? Poppycock, you and me.